Hello.
Oh, are we back?
Is it
We're
back to park already?
here. It's time.
You rested at the bonfire, now it's back o'clock.
Is that a Dark Souls joke?
It was the Dark Souls of Dark Souls references.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a stupid thing you just said.
And speaking of stupid things, we're back with this run.
Thanks, Nathan.
No problem, homie.
I appreciate you.
Oh, right. You're going to destroy a gym.
Yeah.
You're in a gym you are not going to struggle with.
I'm about to ruin this gym's whole day.
Well, welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
Rusty's got some hot boys and girls.
It's true. We're going to turn up the heat today.
Yeah.
Who are
And-
you?
I'm you, but ball guy. So, again, welcome to stream. This is Rusty's Mono Fire run. He's got some very special...
Yeah, we know they're all fire types, and we can see it on that beautiful display. What? How did you get that display looking so good, Rusty?
Well, you see, I use an app called Pokelink. And if you go to patreon.com/Pokelink, you can support and use it yourself.
Dang.
We were actually just talking about this app has one of the worst problems, one of the best problems you can imagine.
I keep having a very good problem.
It keeps on updating right when we get the previous version downloaded.
Yeah, he just updates it so frequently.
He keeps it so up to date.
Yeah, we were discussing off screen that it was kind of one of those good problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like every time I download it, he's got a new update with it.
Or like the next day.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's really been getting after it, especially here in the past couple weeks. Which is dope, and I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it looks so good. And there are so many different, like, options.
Yeah, he's added, like, a ton of free overlays. So this overlay is not the only one. There are some that look different, and you can kind of rearrange them in OBS or whatever service you use. It's just, it works super duper well, and it's super duper easy. And if you do, for whatever reason, have issues, he's really easy to get a hold of, too.
Yeah.
And the community is really friendly. If he's not around, there's usually somebody who can help you.
Yeah.
All around, just great. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for more.
Let's see. I don't want to just roll these guys with Combustion, so how about I just roll these guys with Litwick instead?
Yeah.
I'm going to say you could do Litwick.
They can't hold a candle to Litwick.
You could do Larvesta.
Hold a candle to Litwick. A candle to Litwick.
That last statement really bugs me, Nathan. Get it? Because I was talking about Larvesta. Yeah. I was just going to roll right over you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yours still knows Ember. I'm thinking it's over to Ian's run, where his knows Burning Jealousy.
Mine does no Burning Jealousy.
Rusty, you cleared his smog.
I did.
Can we show that on stream?
Yeah.
I did.
Whether or not it's loud, we did. We're officially in the ask forgiveness, not permission.
We're in the forgiveness zone now, boys.
Oh, this is starting well.
Let's see. Who do we want to roll the next trainer with? Let's grab Vulpix.
Yeah. That move is clever like a fox.
I get it.
Go, my sheepies. Go.
Ride the wall, ride the wall. Yeet!
All right, experience, boys. We are going back and fighting this guy, though. It took us a minute to get into his range there.
Yeah, the vision lines are...
They're interesting.
Them's is Jankio.
They're a little odd. My favorite is still fighting the guy from the other side of the wall. That's a fun one.
Think this Voodoo has a berry?
Probably
Kinda
not.
is a berry, huh?
It's a bud.
Buds can turn into berries. No, we know that one turns into a, like, rose.
Yeah.
And we do know that one flowers.
Yeah.
So we are probably going to lead on the actual gem fight with Vulpix.
I wonder why
and
we're
a
doing that.
lot of our fights are actually going to lead with Vulpix because it has
Leading with your weather setter. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yeah, I don't know.
5 ranked teams. Oh God.
Gen 5 had sun teams.
Gen 5 had sun teams. You're right. Gen 5 rain teams were the worst.
Venusaur was good in Gen 5.
Venusaur's great now.
Oh yeah, Venusaur's awesome.
Like,
Venusaur has been good since Gen 5.
oh, you're blowing it. Dan, you're blowing it.
Not bad in previous gen. And as a matter of fact, even on my Gen 3 OU team, I used Venusaur. But that was kind of a anti-meta
Yeah,
pick.
I remember.
I don't even know if it's anti-meta, it's just I wanted to use Venusaur.
I in Gen 5 for a while, I used Aggron because I could.
And my Gen 3 OU team actually did work. Not bad for something I just kind of slapped together.
Look at that bug.
Look at that bug.
Look at that butt. Look at that bug butt.
There are not many bugs that I would describe as huggable. I think Larvesta might be there.
Most like first form bugs are huggable.
I would hug the entire Butterfree and Beedrill lines.
I would want to see it animated in Detective Pikachu style before I made and specifically evaluate that version before I made a call on it, though.
Yeah.
I would hug Heracross.
And as a matter of fact, I think Larvesta is one of the least huggable bugs because it has the flame body ability.
No, it just means it's very warm.
But you could burn yourself. Ouch.
Yep.
That's the sound of you burning yourself.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ouch.
I don't want a pet that when I touch it 30% of the time I inflict myself a burn.
I kind of do. Actually, no, I don't. I know what my odds are. I know what my luck is.
I was going to say, you really want to commit to that, huh?
When Ian commits to 30% odds, he knows it's not actually 30%. It's more like 50 or 60.
I was playing Monotype earlier and just kept missing 90%. I missed 4 in one game.
That's rough, buddy.
And the other guy was like, "Dude," I'm like, "Yeah."
That's rough, buddy.
When your opponent feels sorry for your bad luck rolls, you know that something's going
when I play
rough.
on Showdown, I always try and acknowledge when
I got super lucky, yeah.
I frequently said the term "sorry about the hacks."
Yeah. I also got frozen in two separate battles. I got frozen off of Tri-Attack.
That's doesn't usually happen.
Frozen is the worst.
Yes, it is. And I was frozen for 4 turns. I had 4 chances to thaw, just didn't.
Kenny, there's an entire list of moves that automatically dethaw you.
Yes.
Have used those moves. You should have picked those moves when you made your random battle team.
Oh no, this was on my monotype team. Tell me how many of those moves that Landorus learns.
I don't know off the top of my head.
He might get Heat Wave if that does it.
Most flying types get you.
There's only 2 Mons here, right?
Yes. One Gossifleur and one Eldegoss. So you can just literally Dynamax
Yeah, I
right
can
here.
super safely just roll everything with this Vulpix.
Oh, is Vulpix going to win this fight? I think Vulpix is going to win this fight.
I do too, brother.
I'm going to have set Sun anyway.
Yeah.
But this fight is... I'm not... How about this? I'm not very worried about this fight for you. I especially wasn't worried about this fight for me. when I just didn't Dynamax.
Yeah, I probably didn't need to. But,
No,
why not?
yeah.
I don't think Incinerate has perfect accuracy, so it is probably optimal.
I don't really need optimal, though.
No, you do not. As a matter of fact, I'm not 100% sure you can lose this fight.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough damage output. Like I think the Eldegoss would struggle itself to death, even if you didn't attack.
Yeah.
Like,
Even if I growled.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Like, even if you worked to lose this fight, I'm not 100% sure you could, assuming you went in or entered the gym at full health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's interesting.
I'm gonna be real. I was not expecting it to do that little damage.
Yeah.
Vulpix doesn't have a huge... He's gonna outspeed you here.
Well, Eldegoss just has a high special defense.
Yeah.
I would have expected it to 2k him.
It might still. That's...
I mean, yeah, it could.
That's
It's
probably...
definitely within a range.
Yeah, that's definitely...
Likely within a range.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Mix Flare.
I think it's gonna survive by just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Odds are it will.
Yeah, that would have had to been the best and worst roll to get it, but technically still a... Ooh. This might not kill.
Dang it. Oh, Vulpix might not survive here.
It's very possible.
This is resistant.
I was going to say, this is a resistor. You're gonna... Vulpix has relatively high special defense. Ninetales especially.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, Ninetales can kind of be a wall in some situations.
So, Quick Attack will kill here because he loses his Dynamax. Or you can just Incinerate. Whichever.
I want to make sure I outspeed. Because I'm getting close enough that I might not survive the crackback, depending on what the move is.
Oh, did you put the fire symbol there?
Up at the top left?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
For a moment, I thought it was part of the UI, and I'm like, I don't remember what that's for.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like...
No, that's been there since the preview that I sent to you guys pre-stream. That was there all last week, too.
I straight forgot it was there until you said something.
No.
And then I realized it. I'm like, oh yeah, he did that.
No, I did not notice it until just this moment.
My plan is to have that on all the monotype challenges to have that little symbol.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a bad call.
Moving forward.
Fire.
So, now here's an interesting thing. How do we do the next gym?
We are going from what is probably your easiest fight to what will probably be your hardest.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see.
One of the hardest, if not the hardest.
So
I will say that Rusty has options.
yeah,
Yeah, I can try to not let my Raboot level up and use a fun type on it. I'm not going to be able to access fire here.
Not for a bit.
no, you literally get the fire one after you beat that. So
Yep.
I guess that's right.
yeah. The other thing you might see is like if you've done any like Dynamax battling.
I have.
You might see if you've like pulled an energy ball or whatever, because Litwick gets energy ball.
I have
I know
not. I have not gotten energy ball.
I know that because my Litwick has energy ball. But you might see if anybody gets magical leaf. You just got that TM.
I think Vulpix gets it.
I don't know. My gut tells me nobody on your team does.
I maybe like to learn that stuff.
They have updated the list of moves things can learn, so I don't have a super fantastic intuitive sense for it.
We don't have that. Seed Bomb is also a thing.
I don't think anything in yours gets it either.
We can probably take on the turtle with Combuskin because fighting moves are good, and
Fighting moves are good.
Combuskin is not what I would call slow.
And even if he was, he has the ability to remedy that.
You just gotta keep him alive.
Well, again, leading with Vulpix will cut in half their water damage.
Yeah.
You gotta, just gotta remember that. And you might find something, or somebody might learn a move that'll be helpful.
A Raboot is just gonna keep leveling up. How? What level do I get to keep?
Right now, check your training card.
Yeah. If I'm remembering correctly, it's 30 right now. But yeah, you can go look at your league card. Yeah.
I can catch up to 25. Up to 30 will listen to me. Okay. And we're at 22 already.
Well, she's not very much. She's like her. I think her thing is 25. Is what I think her.
That sounds about right.
Is what her ace.
Yeah,
is for whatever.
I'm more just worried about the experience curve with the traded Pokemon. Once we get past Kabu, I think we get to where we get to start using Raboot again, because the gap gets big enough that we can afford to level it up.
Well, I just got through a run where I had all traded Pokemon in my Wonderlock, and it went pretty well.
Okay.
So I didn't really have problems. So
did you watch him sink that Clink?
He did. He's gonna punt. He's gonna punt him now. It's just.
Did you see him defile that Helioptile?
No, Nathan. I saw him punt a bitch though.
Yeet.
There was just a goalpost out of nowhere.
Raboot, that's what Raboot is for. It's so good at kicking that it generates goalposts.
Talk about moving the goalposts, am I right?
Goal. Insert excited Latin football announcer.
Yeah.
You ready to watch me snapple this apple?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, Flame Wheel's a good animation.
It is.
So it is almost the same as Aura Wheel.
It's very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that this cute little thing is already part dragon.
Yep.
Did you see him doing that Applin?
Okay, that was a stretch. You know it. I know it. The internet knows it.
Yeah, it needed to be do in that Applin. You said it a little bit too quick. It sounded like you said doing.
Note taken.
What we're telling you is you're awfully fucked up.
It won't be the first. It wasn't the first time, and it won't be the last.
time.
What are you?
2 big mushrooms.
Hold on. Continue.
We just have a rule that every time we see one of these camps, we have to go in and do it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the rule.
Yeah.
Those are the rules.
Baby.
Lagby even fits the theme.
Yeah.
No
He's a
rules,
baby
just
Pokemon.
right.
Oh, but dude, you're trying.
Do you know how slow you have to be to lose a race to a why not?
Do you know how slow you have to be to not only lose a race to a why not, to get your ass beat in a race
Well,
to a why not?
Did you see in the pre-roll how our Litwick raced Vulpix?
I feel like Vulpix probably won that. Call it a gut feeling.
Yeah.
Hence the
Oh, look at the happy little Pichu.
hence the these dummies are doing their best, huh? Comment that I made.
Yeah.
And Red Boot was kind of in the corner trying to grab the Pokeball, and he was just like running into it, and couldn't grab it, just endlessly running.
You know, object tracking is hard. Did you see that little smile Munchlax gave you?
I did.
He beamed at you.
Oh, stick drift.
Rusty, you were just camping. Come on.
I know. Stick drift.
Get your life together.
Some point soon, I think I'm gonna attempt to get myself a Pro controller.
We really like ours.
More like a bro controller, am I right?
No.
I'm really happy with my PowerA Xbox controller. I might look into what their Switch offerings are.
Mincino.
I really like the Cincino line.
Yeah.
Skill Link
another one.
is really good.
Yeah. And Skill Link plus King's Rock pisses people off.
Yeah, Nathan. I wonder why, Nathan.
Well, and here's the thing. If you can imagine a little rodent with an enormous tail. What?
Did you see him defeato that Cincino?
All right. If you can imagine a little rodent with an enormous tail doing all these attacks over and over and over again, like aiming at your face, you can kind of see why it would make you flinch.
Yeah,
especially if that tail had a rock embedded in it. We were going the same place there.
So, yeah, Nathan, I have no idea why 5 chances of getting a flinch would piss anybody off.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea, Nathan, why that would piss people off.
An automatic 5 chances
beat it?
every time.
Did you see him give that Steenie a beating?
Could use to work on that one a little bit.
Nathan, you're under arrest. I just walked wholly past this guy.
He did not see it.
You did fully cross it.
That is a spot check fail.
He is vigilant, too. He is looking for someone.
You did fully cross his face, too.
I was right there. Jeez. Buddy.
Listen, as someone who has trouble seeing sometimes, I get it. But, yeah, come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. You better hope he has Fluffy. Like, I am legitimately like scared of this line. Like, in early game. Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much neutered this one though.
Oh god, does it have guts? Can it have guts?
No.
I got really
If
scared
it had
for the
guts, oh no.
Yeah, I got really
It's not guts, klutz.
Okay. Klutz and Fluffy are its two
Did
abilities.
you see him ruffle that stuffle?
This is what the episode's gonna be, huh?
Yes. Nathan said, you know what's an annoying thing to piss off Ian and Rusty? Let's do that the entire episode.
Is it time already to ruin Rusty's day?
Yes.
SpongeBob waking up.
Oh heavens, look at the time.
Oh, good heavens, look at the time.
Is it time already to ruin Squid's day?
Hey, Nate.
He made that Raltsy.
Nathan, did you see him waltz that Raltz?
He made that Raltsy all salty.
No.
I'll just stand. I've got a poison move.
You also have a fire move, which is super effective.
I also have a poison move that's super effective, but the fire move has stab, you're right. I forget that Cutie Fly is part grass. I always think that it's just fairy.
Bug
Fairy.
fairy.
Bug, whatever. Same thing.
Did you see that he made that Cutie Fly say bye-bye?
Yeah, you weren't even trying there.
Maybe I should try. Come on, I'm a funny guy.
Makes the claims process so easy.
I came really close to just muting you then. I had my finger on the button.
Honestly, it's still hovering. I haven't yet decided.
And that's
gonna
all
walk
I'm going to
past-
play of that song. 5 seconds.
I was gonna say, you're gonna get a concept that I need.
I can do 5 seconds of a song. On YouTube, it's 30. Ish.
Yeah.
But you know what I was... They know what that was. They understand.
So you're saying that they can't identify Fi?
Okay. Loki, that's a really good song. I don't care what people say.
Yeah. It's pretty fly.
Hey, Rusty, you muted us, right?
No.
Hey, did you see that he sent that Zigzagoon to the moon?
I came really close. I'm inching ever closer.
Rusty,
But I haven't done it yet.
please God mute us at some point.
If I mute you, you'll be able to see the icon come up on Discord. Oh no!
You missed!
Don't worry, he used a physical attack for some goddamn reason.
I might
Like
keep
how
cross chop.
Did you see him defeat Bull that Thievel?
I like how-
Thievil!
I like how Magby just kind of flaps his arms.
Yeah.
I know we talked about that already, but...
Well, that's from the era of Pokemon that, like, all their arms are basically just kind of flippers.
Where
He's got little, like...
Yeah, like he's got, like, flippers with spikes on.
Yeah.
where all of the Pokemon are young Goku.
Kinda. Ooh.
Oh no. No.
You just took out your stab move, dude.
Yeah. No, Sableye is like legitimately good.
Yeah,
Like
I really like Sableye. I used him on a lot of Uber's teams.
like Sableye is annoying.
You know what you're doing.
I don't know if I agree that it's good. I do agree that it's annoying.
No, Sableye is good. Sableye beat one of my monotype teams.
It's one of the, or at least in Gen 5, it was one of the more reliable checks to E-Killer Arceus.
Really?
Yeah.
He checked to God.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. You're immune to a stab. You have Prankster Will-O-Wisp. You have Foul Play, so he can't Swords Dance boost it past you. He's got the tools that he needs.
Prankster is really why he's good.
Yes.
Like,
It's Prankster plus move pool.
yeah.
He has just enough bulk that he can check a physical Arceus. He has exactly the tools he needs.
And Mega and
Mega Sableye was also really good.
just you couldn't kill Mega Sableye.
Sableye and Mega Sableye are one of my favorite types of Megas because they do different things.
Yeah.
Mega Sableye isn't necessarily an upgraded Sableye. It's just different.
Yeah.
Probably better, but not necessarily better. But I really like Sableye.
Okay, I've got bye stuck in my head now.
Yeah. But Sableye has a Prankster boosted taunt. It can calm Mind Up if it needs to. So it's definitely not a slouch.
It also gets recovery.
Recover. It's great.
Yeah.
And
I
if you can't beat it, it's just
my special attackers were dead.
Yeah.
And I got and I just got burned. I still had like half my team, and I'm just like, I just don't deal enough damage to
kill this thing.
To kill this thing. And so it just stopped me. I switched out to. No, he threw it out. I had Gyarados out, and I Dragon Danced, and he just Prankster Will-O-Wisp me, and even Dragon Dance up Gyarados, I just couldn't do enough damage to. I was like, even with a crit, I couldn't do enough damage because I got one.
I mean, it only has one weakness.
Yeah.
Earlier gens it had 0.
Yeah. Like zero. It technically is
like
fighting.
Foresight fighting.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna carry Foresight fighting specifically for you. Would carry Foresight fighting specifically for him and Spiritomb, and that's just.
In competitive, Foresight has a very niche use in that it lets you rapid spin against ghosts. And I think the only thing that's ever really run that was War Turtle in like lower tiers.
Yeah, because Scrappy also exists.
Yeah. Which I guess because those two got Aura Sphere, you could see Foresight fighting moves, but
yeah,
I think the edge cases where those happen is pretty few and far between. But Foresight doesn't really get much use competitive.
If you can get like a Heat Rock for him?
Yeah. Does Corvus Squire have steel yet?
No, Pure Flame.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't eat now because he made y'all nervous.
Oh no!
So, I have a mono flying team now.
Oh, that.
So, my Gyarados is still shiny, still named the red one.
Yep.
I also have a Pelipper on it.
Yeah.
Its name is just a bird.
Yep.
Because it's a bird.
It is a bird.
I've got Landorus on there.
Yep.
His name is Bando.
Is he a Bando Lando?
No.
You're swoosing them. Is it Landorus Eye?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, no, you're not fooling anybody. Landorus Eye tends to run special moves.
And he is special.
Yeah.
Sheer force life orb.
Yep. Good.
What else do I have on that? I've got Zapdos. His name is Am I Shiny?
There's no way to tell.
That's so dumb.
I mean, look at him. Shiny Zapdos and Zapdos. I'm not sure that there's a difference.
There is.
One of them sparkles when the Pokeball comes out, but
There is. It honestly, when toggling it back and forth, I was like the legs.
yeah, like the
legs.
one has like slightly lighter leg.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The Galarian Zapdos shiny looks like regular Zapdos, and I find that amusing.
Yeah. Though that's not legal to use.
Yep.
Who else? I've got shiny Corviknight on there, named Rip Heath Ledger.
That one I don't get.
He was in A Knight's Tale, Nathan.
Ah. See, I was thinking from like the Crow. I'm like, when was he ever in?
What do you mean the Dark Knight?
No, Heath Ledger was literally in A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
The movie The Knight's Tale. It's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
It's got Queen in it.
Yeah.
During one of the jousting scenes.
He's in 2 movies with Knight in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Interesting.
What else is on that team? Missing one.
Is it Tornadus so that you can spam hurricanes?
I really like this Eldegoss, just kind of like, wah!
Yeah, that Eldegoss was kind of flying by.
If you want to fight it, you have to ding at it.
Will it, like, boof away if you don't ding at it?
Yeah, it'll just kind of go about its business. Move along.
Wasn't that one song by American Rejects?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking
Right.
that Eldegoss was kind of out of control and just kind of, like, not able to do anything.
But my
Is
other
the Dragonite set just Dragon Dance?
no. I've actually changed it from this battle. I don't think I see it at all, really, though. I forget exactly what I did here. Oh, no, I Gyarados.
Yeah, this is your Moxie Sweeper Showdown.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the Dragonite?
I initially had him multi-scale, rest, sleep talk, dual wing beat, Dragon Claw.
Interesting.
Just to be anti-meta with, hey, this is one of the freezes I got there.
Yeah, I don't know why Hydreigon's running Tri-Attack.
This was not the only Hydreigon I saw running Tri-Attack.
I'm sure it does. But in previous gens, it's run it because it got Breakneck Blitz.
And then I'm even I was choice locked there, and then just clean up with
I'm assuming Scarf?
yes, Scarfed. Because I keep on my water team, I keep having him have just not enough speed. But so my stab electric right now on Zapdos is actually Thunder.
What with the rain and such?
Yeah. And then Pelipper just runs Tailwind, Hurricane, Ice Beam, Hydro Pump.
Yep.
So
Dragonite is one of the things that can run both Hurricane and Thunder.
yeah. And I thought about that. And I might do it now. Right now mine's physical.
Yeah. I don't think it's good, but it is one of the few things that can.
Right now he's got I just changed it. Right now I mess around with stats too. Right now he's speed, Dragon Claw, dual wing beat, Other move.
Like choice band?
No. I have to go look.
Yeah.
No, he's got the assault vest on him.
Interesting.
Well, I've been using him pretty much as a special defense wall anyway. So I just wanted.
I still think the optimal Dragonite set is still Dragon Dance because multi-scale's off.
Yeah.
Multi-scale is nuts.
No, I'm tanking ice moves to the face. Sometimes I just don't care.
Yeah, multi-scale is a busted ability. It gets roost.
Yeah.
I can't spam outrage as freely as it used to, but and now it's even got reliable flying stab with a dual wing beat.
I know.
Yeah, dual wing beat on Dragonite is real
Absurd.
gross, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
I've
absurd.
been playing around with some of that. It's that's
I just
real
thought of
good.
that.
No, I literally said.
Like in last gen, it was one of the big tools it got was Z Fly to give it that reliable flying stab or some semblance of reliable flying stab.
Once per game, it had reliable flying stab.
So yeah, dual
Now
wing
it
beat
just
is good.
has it forever.
Yeah.
And actually a little bit better than reliable flying stab because it's a double hit move, which is almost always better.
The problem with it is 90 accuracy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That might not be. Now, I will say that might not be a problem for most people, but it is certainly a problem for me. There were some frustrating misses.
Yeah.
If I've got one move with less than 90 accuracy, I tend to really highly consider an accuracy boosting item. And then run moves that are inaccurate but more powerful.
I have missed a surprisingly few amount of thunders off rain. I've been a little happy about that. God, Stone Edge sucks. I hate Stone Edge so much.
All my homies hate Stone Edge.
Just like I just missed it twice in a row, and I lost a fight because Gyarados didn't know where to fucking point a rock at.
It's rough.
I'm like, it's an 80% chance. Like, that's not that low.
Don't miss.
It's 1 in 5.
I'm saying, if somebody came up to me and said, hey, you could go out here but there's an 80% chance you're going to be hit by a car, I'm going to say, absolutely fucking not.
Oh, Gyarados. You dose those Gyarados.
And
You might consider a Thundurus on that team.
That didn't mean anything, Nathan, what you just said.
Yeah.
most things he said don't.
Just because it's
it meant even less than usual.
I've actually been pretty impressed with Pelipper.
Yeah.
It has done significantly better than I thought it would.
I'm saying they have some synergy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you really have a spot for it on your team. The other thing it can do is it can put the rain back up because it has Prankster.
And that has kind of been a thing. I've thought about moving to just discharge because I honestly don't have the rain up very long. One,
I was gonna say
in competitive, like Damp Rock is
banned in
is
Monotype.
banned and Monotype, which completely understandable.
Yeah, understandable.
Just getting like, what is it, 8 turns of rain? Just like getting 8 auto turns of rain would be stupid.
It's good. It's good.
So I get it. But again, so it's a lot more important to me to keep Pelipper alive on my water type team than it necessarily is on my on my flying team. So I can go in there and press the hurricane button until he dies. If I can get a usable tailwind off to somebody else, great. Yeah. But again, rain and hurricane is fine, or rain and rain boosted hydro pumps hurt.
Yeah. Flying moves have always been surprisingly spammable once you find a good one.
The problem is there's actually not a lot of good flying stab. Like, Aerial Ace was good flying stab for a long time.
Well, it was flying stab.
Fair.
I don't know if Larvesta gets Electro Web or not.
That'd be interesting if he does. I wouldn't think.
I don't think it's good, but I don't know.
Nathan, we're not necessarily here to be good.
Well, the other thing is you can turn it into Max Lightning once you get onto fight with Nessa.
Did you
not necessarily saying that that's the best move, but it's an option.
Did you actually go get Electro Web, Rusty?
No.
It's
over
the
there. TM behind the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh. That would be helpful.
If
Larvesta gets it. I'm not 100% sure it does.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I don't think it does.
Go the other way. Continue on this little...
Yeah, I know where it is now.
Yeah. There he is.
Nope.
Didn't think so, but...
We're just going to have to punch our way through here. Punch and kick and bite and scream.
Again, for those going in, we have done a lot of Nuzlocke on stream. This is not one.
Yep.
Do you have any candy to give to just get some levels?
Oh, I could absolutely over-level them to death. That's not really what I'm trying to do.
That's fine.
I have a number of candies, yeah.
Yeah. Our faces are blocking how many extra small ones you have, but I understand. I have a similar amount on my playthrough that we might see tomorrow. Ooh. Well, hopefully we see the playthrough tomorrow. But you get what I'm talking about.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe not.
I was looking at it actually before stream started last week, and I was trying to do a bunch of raids and get Electro Ball on Raboot, but I never ran into any electric types.
Well, it's they've had the events up, and so that kind of skews what you're getting.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of like bug type moves right now, and that I can't really use.
A bug type and
well, if I really, really wanted to do it, I could trade it over to my main file and give it Electro Ball and trade it back.
You can also specifically hunt an electric den.
Yeah. But nah, we're good.
I could get one of you to trade me a Pokemon for one of these, and you give me the TR that way.
I could do that.
But that's also not necessary. Also, I did get Score Bunny as my starter. That's why Hop had a grass type, and I named this one Spicy Bun.
Spicy Bun. Spicy Bun.
Okay.
But I did choose the fire so that he would have the grass.
See, I always made my choice on what Leon would have. Try to force Leon to have the grass type.
Nah.
because
And that probably doesn't matter as much.
yeah, Hop's most threatening fight, which is legitimately a very, very hard fight, is not until post game. Like Hop's post game fight where he's got the legend is a legitimately hard fight.
I wouldn't know. I did that one. I slept on it.
I've been over level forward every time I've fought it, and it's still like you can tell if you weren't over leveled, you can tell that would have been a hard fight.
Well, they design it around you both having the legend.
Yep.
And that's
it's
fine.
higher level than yours too.
Yeah. Unless you specifically.
I'm not sure if you have an opportunity.
I mean,
I don't remember if all that's scripted or not.
It's a trade-off for him having that damn sheep for the whole game.
It's a good sheep.
It's a fine sheep. It doesn't do a whole lot in double battles, and it's usually the only thing that stays out.
You good?
Yep.
Okay.
Just gotta find the handle.
Yeah. It's always weird to find a handle in that chair.
Your handle.
Thanks.
Gotcha. Boom, roasted.
Is Tim Pole ground yet?
Nope. Just
Okay.
water. Seismitoad is also quickly becoming one of my favorites.
It's good.
Seismitoad in Rain is...
It was the only sort of check on the fish.
I don't
Dracovish.
like any groundwater type that's better than Quagsire.
Get used to disappointment.
I know. I just
But I
love
say that-
Quagsire so much.
Yeah, Quagsire is one of my favorites, and Quagsire does one of the is one of the few things that does Unaware pretty well.
But no, Seismitoad... One, Seismitoad is way faster than I thought it was, like, to begin with. And two, in Rain, that's one speedy boy.
Yeah, though most things that run
Seismitoad can be really good.
most things that run Seismitoad run it for water absorb, because again they're trying to check the fish.
No, I get it. But, like... In my Rain team, Swift Swim is good.
Busted.
Swift Swim be good.
Swimmers be swifting.
Nice. Krabby! Calm down, Harry.
There's only one step in the crab cycle. It is crab. That's right, Crunchy.
That screen, there should be...
There's only one
Should be
step
like an
in the crab cycle, and it is left. And there's one slide in the crab cycle, and it is to the right. And then you cha-cha, y'all.
That almost was what the song is.
I have it on good authority that's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
It is time for new glasses.
Is it?
Yeah.
Already?
He's only had those glasses for years.
Like, what do you mean already?
Is it that time again?
I was
I've
gonna
got-
say that is
One of my ears is really chewed up. And when I put earphones over it, it digs into the side of my head real bad. And I've been noticing lately in this last year that problem a lot more. Almost like I've started streaming every night and putting headphones on my head every single night and smashing that busted earpiece into the side of my head every night.
and smashing that like button.
Yep.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Also, my lenses are so scratched up that it causes headaches a lot. For me.
For you.
For me.
For me.
Actually, you're doing pretty well so far.
Sun is helping a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's keeping me able to use stab and resisting water damage I'm getting. Also, they're not using a ton of water moves.
Yeah.
Drought is really what's keeping me alive here. And I gave a shell bell to Vulpix. So when it does take damage, it
Eventually heals it off.
eventually heals it off, yeah. Like right now.
But what the shell?
But they're still using water moves like Whirlpool, which when they're reduced by Sun is just not really doing it.
Yeah, I get you.
We're lucky that this is now and not the 3rd gen.
Yeah. You have the tools.
This Remoraid has given us the worst problem of anything so far.
This Remoraid's
It doesn't seem to be really all that problematic, if I'm being
this
honest.
Remoraid's been giving you the business.
He's been giving me the runaround.
Has he been giving you the roundabout?
Yeah, but it's a surefire way to heat things up. When all you do is slow me down.
I'm sure they're going more for the do 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 ba 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 ba. That one, but you know that's fine too. Whatever works.
Which one was that one? The Eric Andre show? Or...
No, that's Roundabout, the song by Yes.
Oh. Okay. Whatever.
I'll be around about. That one.
I believe you.
It's the one that became a meme because of JoJo.
Lots of things became a meme because of JoJo.
Yeah.
Is that a JoJo's reference?
Is that a Mojo beverage?
Once upon a midnight dreary, I woke with something in my head. I couldn't escape the memory from what she said. If you have not seen if you have not seen the clip of Aaron Hansen doing that perfectly on beat, and then moving to a different conversation, and then the song keeps playing, and then he comes back in on beat for the chorus like a minute later.
Yeah, it's genuinely very impressive.
Knucking futz, let me tell you.
Rusty.
I don't know why I censored myself there.
Rusty. Buddy. You can say the fuck word. You can say the fuck word. I can say the fuck word. Nathan can't.
I feel like that was a microaggression.
I actually didn't want to turn that off there, did I?
Ian, why you gotta give me the run around?
Because run around, I get around?
Then I do this. Come back around and then hit the red.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done this gym so many times and still can't just do it by memory. It's just complicated enough.
Yeah, you have to actually like think about it there for a hot second.
And like big enough in the camera, like if you could get a really clear overhead view of it, it would be a lot easier, like older Pokemon games.
Yep.
But they use the modern tools to really great effect to make this just clever enough that I gotta think about it a little bit. Which is good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what does Reboot have?
I'm not sure the expert belt's gonna help you much here.
The expert belt won't, but I don't really have a better item, and I can move him over to fighting and just sweep that turtle when it's time.
Yeah, he might be. Well, then he might be the one to beat the turtle with.
I might just do a Ganimax on the turtle with high jump kick, swap him to fighting and go.
She's got 3. She's got an Arascuda and like a Goldine or something.
Yeah, it's Barrack. I think I don't remember which one comes first, but it's Goldine and Aracuda, and then Turtle.
Yeah. I think the Goldine is first, if I'm remembering right. I don't know. It's been like a week since I fought her.
There's a lot to ask.
Okay. Nathan and I can't hear it right now, but gym music is popping.
Yeah. It does, in fact, slap.
I don't want to do that.
I was going to say. Ooh, good not miss on the hypnosis.
Yeah,
that was gonna feel bad if that didn't hit.
That's an egg move, fun fact.
I believe we did talk about that when we showed up.
God damn it.
Get quick. Maybe thick.
I should have ethered that incinerate.
Ether.
Yeah, have a Lepa Bear. You still can.
You can use items during battle unless you're prohibiting yourself from using items during battle, then you can't.
I'm not preventing myself from doing it, but especially early in the game, it just feels kind of bad. I kind of feel like items in battle shouldn't work by default. I think that's my opinion, just for the games going forward. If they made that change, I wouldn't hate it.
My thought has always been give the player more options, and if they think it makes the game too easy, they always have the option to not use that resource.
That's kind of what Nuzlocke are.
Yeah.
Arascuda is pure water, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So your stab double kick will hit it neutral.
Yeah, and I am if I don't lose Sun this turn, I will next turn. But I'm pretty sure I lose it this turn.
I haven't been counting. It goes 5 turns. I think you've already lost it because I'm not seeing it there.
Oof, this might hurt a little bit.
Don't hurt.
Okay. You are technically within a range of a crit off of Aquajet, and it is priority.
Yeah, I'm not working around a crit here. I'm not, like, like we said, I'm not nuzlocking. If I get crit, I get crit.
Yeah.
Talk shit, get crit.
Actually, you might not have been. Now that I'm kind of actually doing math.
It was definitely possible.
Yeah.
It was possible to survive a crit there.
Yeah.
Yes, that is also true.
It was within range, within.
Yeah, it was almost certainly within a roll. Yeah.
I'm going to switch to reboot.
We better get a big rabbit.
Is that so?
I do believe.
My perfect shiny boy.
Now, the one thing to say about Dreadnought is it is fairly physically defensive, and you are going on its physical defense.
Yeah, but I am also going at a weakness with stab, with a reboot, with perfect EVs and IVs.
Yeah, and very.
You do not have perfect EVs. Unless you've done something off screen.
I gave it a bunch of vitamins.
Oh, okay. Then yes, it does.
Before I traded it over while it was level 1.
Ah. Then yes, it would have perfect EVs.
It would.
Yep. I think he specifically meant that to happen.
Nope.
And
no, this reboot is extremely good. The only thing that has not been done is hyper trained.
you shouldn't need to.
Because one doesn't really need it. Two, you can't when it's level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, so we already knew that the rabbit was faster because Dreadnought was slow. But in case you don't, a good indicator on who's going to go first is Dynamax's first. Yeah, because that does go off the speed stat. So, and was it Gen 6 or Gen 7 that they did dynamics, or was it this gen that they did dynamic speed changes?
Yeah, in this gen's dynamic speed changes.
Yeah, so that can change mid-battle. Before this gen,
that generally only happens.
Yeah, you don't really see that a whole lot, but again, in this gen, they did introduce dynamic speed changes.
Yeah, so that speed changes calculate in real time. In previous generations, changes to speed happen recalculate at the end of the turn.
Yeah. So even if you, so if you did something to raise you and your partner's speed and double, then it would actively change it. Normal, you wouldn't see that really happen in singles. There's not really an instance that would happen that you would get a speed change before.
Why did it get 2 geysers off there?
Didn't.
It literally did. I hit it, and then it hit 2 max geysers in a row.
I would have to double check the VOD.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention.
I was talking Pokemon and not really looking.
It literally hit me twice in a row.
Then you might have been on a speed time. That would be, again, I would have to look at the VOD to make sure. But the only thing that would tell me is you guys were actually at a speed tie.
I think I probably want Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, over Confuse Ray I do.
Especially if you're going to be running Hex.
Yeah.
I'm running Hex for a while until I get something better.
Yeah.
Now, Fire Spin got better recently, but how much better? I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's better than Ember. Because it's 5 damage lower, but it sets up a 5 moves of fire damage.
I've never liked Fire Spin because it has the lower accuracy.
Yeah, it's got 85 accuracy.
Oh, I did not look at the accuracy. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were up to me, I would not do it.
Fire Spin has just never really been good.
In Gen 1, it's awesome.
That's because trapping moves in Gen 1 are busted.
Yes, they are.
and they quickly learned, hey, that wasn't a good idea. We fucked up there. Let's not do that again.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Swift Swim. Rusty.
Swift Swim is its hidden ability. I don't know if it has it or not. I was about to mention that.
That could be the other thing.
That would have to be it because it set up rain and then its speed went up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It is a gym mon. They probably gave it its hidden ability.
That's not unheard of, but it's rare. NESSA.
I know. I'm supposed to go back in.
You can look it up.
I'm quite literally doing that.
Yes, it does have Swift Swim.
Yeah, it's got Swift Swim. So, yep. That's what it is. And Swift Swim is a hidden ability, so it isn't a strong job, probably the better one.
Swift Swim is probably the best. Swift Swim is a really good ability. But I don't know how much usage Dreadnought really gets.
It was OU once upon a time before.
By necessity, everything is OU.
It was OU for 12 seconds.
Like I said, by necessity, everything at one point or another has been OU.
But yeah, no, it's Swift Swim. I was like, I happened to see the rain in the last animation that Nissa was going. I'm like, oh right, rain. We were literally talking about my fast frog earlier.
I literally hadn't considered that Dreadnought would get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that they had given hidden ability on the second gym, but
Well, yeah, the reason they do it is because they know she's going to be setting up rain.
no, that's cool. Like that's actually good. Like that's actually good flavor. Like she specifically built her thing to. Honestly, it's kind of built like my 1v1 Aggron. Because if for whatever reason I don't get to kill the first turn with like Metal Burst and I'm at 1, my co-stop berry activates and lets me go faster than I normally would to clean out the kill. So that's a cool little bit of.
It's super interesting that whole sequence happened on the time when you guys decided to explain the Dynamax, how to tell speed with the Dynamax thing.
Yeah. No, that actually was really cool.
I also think that we've looked this up before. I vaguely recall that.
We looked. No, on one of his other runs, I was very confident that we were going to outspeed, and we got outsped. That's what you're thinking.
I vaguely remember going through. I'm like, well, things don't normally get their hidden ability before you beat the Elite Four. I vaguely remember discussing that.
I don't think that one was Nissa. We were talking about Contrary Malamar on that Pierce has.
Well, Contrary isn't Malamar's hidden ability. Infiltrator is.
Contrary is its normal ability.
Yeah, but we were talking. But I remember that conversation.
Its whole thing is being upside down.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Because we were talking about because he says when he sends out Malamar, he says that it's contrary, and that brought that up.
Yeah,
is what I'm remembering.
Yes.
That could be incorrect.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm remembering.
It can
Did
also
you do all of that work to get the home update?
Actually, it's a Go update. But I had uninstalled Go. I am now reinstalling it so I can get that Melmetal.
How do you transfer from Go to home? How do you do it?
Cerebi has a guide on how to do it.
It's stupid.
Yeah, you have to go into the settings. I've also seen that it's not been rolled out entirely, so some people have the option and some don't.
I didn't have the option when I looked earlier.
Yeah.
You again.
You again.
We know that his name is technically Bede or whatever, but we're just gonna call him Bidet.
Do we know that? I haven't seen a pronunciation guide. For all we know, it could be Bidet.
Whoops. I said no, I don't want to fight him. That wasn't true. I did want to fight him.
So you can go back and...
Actually, I'm gonna bug.
Try that shit down.
Yeah.
I'm a bug it.
Are you ready for bug?
It is a bug.
Time for bug.
Nuts. I don't have it anymore.
The strug bug.
The buggle is real.
Yes, I am clever.
We always thought that, Rusty.
Idiot. Oh no.
Did he heal it?
He
He
did.
healed it. Can you feel that heal?
No, because he healed the Solosis and not me. I didn't feel it at all.
Yeah, I get you.
That's how nerves work.
Probably have to like Bluetooth to the Switch.
No, because it's via mobile. It's not via Switch.
No. And that might be why I don't have it, just because I don't have.
Get strugged.
Does that mean that I'm not going to be able to do it at all?
You probably have to start your own Nintendo account.
I've got a Nintendo account.
You can also probably just hook ours up to you.
Oh no! Why did it know a rock move?
So that it can beat Larvestas.
So that
You know, that Pokemon that didn't exist when this game came out.
Specifically so it could ruin my Larvesta's day just then.
I probably would have gone into this fight with Litwick, so we would have been in the same struggle.
Larvesta, until it evolves, it just kind of, its stats relative to other Mons just kind of dive. So I'm trying to use it early more.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Did I just stick drift into a poison move?
It's very possible.
Yes, I did.
You're fine. No.
I'm getting real tired of this stick drift.
I just hatched a Soul Rock, so who's the real winner?
You. Damn it.
Janet. Somebody's got a T-tar in there.
You didn't want him to learn Scary Face?
No.
No, Rusty's got that taken care of already.
Boo.
Oof.
Listen, I saw my opportunity, I took it.
Idiot.
I see that boy.
This is the only boy. It's one of the only boys I actually care about, is I want him.
Yeah, I get you.
What level are you?
All right, you horse.
Gosh, you're still way stronger than I am. It's funny.
Oh, Red Boot's actually not super set up to deal with fairies.
I mean, you resist fairy moves.
Yeah, just use your Fire Step.
Yeah. That fucking ballerina knowing a rock move
Get swoosh you.
threw me. Yeah.
Did you get old swoosted?
I think you
I
might have
have-
gotten swooshed.
I got bonked. He was like, I'm going to show you the bonk, and then he showed me the bonk.
You didn't get bonked, did you, Rusty?
Sounds gross.
Away! Oh.
Come on.
Oh,
Managed to get my boost right when I got there.
Good job.
What am I doing? It's this way. Let's go.
Get out of here.
This is going to be a rock type.
Fighting. I don't remember which it is. I'm just saying it.
It's going to ruin my Larvesta.
Good.
I just said fighting to contradict you. I didn't actually know or all, but sometimes you just gotta hold the line.
It don't always be like it is, but sometimes it do.
Get kicked twice.
Yeah.
Ha!
Get kicked for twice. If it had weak armor, you would have won that fight.
Instead, he's got a sneak armor.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it.
Okay. But did you see what happened to Combuskin there, Nathan?
I didn't.
He got smiggity.
Did he?
Smiggity.
Just smiggity,
Smiggity.
smiggity,
Smiggity.
smiggity,
Me.
smiggity.
Me.
Down.
Good job. Proud of you.
Worker Francis, you're dead. Ha!
Rusty, aren't you really glad that you invited us, your good friends, onto stream?
Yeah.
Man.
Let's try to cue him up for the whole SmackDown thing.
Yeah.
But he actually was like, I'm going to be a good friend, and then made my heart go, aww. Now I'm the asshole.
Aw. Well, that's okay.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Of
No.
course, now it's not doing it.
Was it drifting?
Yeah.
Have you been thrifting?
No, Nathan. He's been staying inside because of the goddamn pandemic.
Well, even during a pandemic, you can go sifting.
I don't understand why you are the way you are.
I do it to make you angry.
You do a fantastic job at it.
You could be like our government and go grifting.
I could.
I couldn't be like our government. I have morals.
But lately, our government does seem to be drifting towards a better place.
Yeah, Joe Biden. Better place.
A better place? You can't say it's not better.
It was definitely 100% better.
It is absolutely better.
There is a lot more that can be done, but you can't say it's not better.
Yeah.
It's better.
Get ready to bonk!
Lee? Oh, right. That's the other playthrough. We've just got so much Pokemon going.
There's a lot.
We really do.
I don't have a problem with that, y'all.
All right, you wieners.
Are you talking to me?
Hey! Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Okay, so next time you guys get into a fight with two burly strangers,
Yeah.
literally call them Grunt A and B.
Yeah.
It's kind of a wicked bird. Don't get in fights with strangers.
Well, now you tell me.
It's Pikachu.
It's Chikupo?
Oh, hey, look, this is actually great.
Yeah, it is. Shh. My man got a crit.
That's a dead sheep.
I
That
think
sheep
that's
got
the first time I've seen Hops Wooloo die in a relevant time during one of these double battles.
Yeah.
It's me. I need to these.
Bird.
Struggle Bug is just like optimal for this fight.
It is a multi-strike move, or a spread move, which is nice.
It's a spread move that's reducing special. It doesn't help me against the Linoon, but it's reducing the damage of Snarl from the Thievul.
Yeah. Now, granted, the Snarl from the Thief was also reducing damage from the Struggle Bug.
Okay, that's also fair. Yeah, it sure is, huh?
Yeah. Snarl drops special attack.
Am I gonna survive?
Not if you get double targeted. But don't you outspeed? No, that Linoon speed definitely. Linoon's a quick boy.
Give him the boot.
If you don't give him the boot, then the feeling is moot.
Okay. And remember, if you miss high jump kick, it's half your damage. That's half your health.
Okay. Ian, remember that I use a Cinderace competitively.
Just making sure that you know.
Have you done any like actual PvP battles?
Not really. I should. I've got enough hyper trained things that I could. do
There's
decent work.
There's a whole ass level ladder system.
Yeah, I know.
I have not touched it at all. Have you?
I haven't done any of this, Jay.
I think I want to keep Struggle Bug right now. Actually, yeah, I think I just legitimately want to keep it forever.
I mean, eventually you'll probably want to
Yeah.
upgrade to Bug Bug. Keep in mind that Larvesta is physically oriented.
Yeah, but it's not that physically oriented. I'm using it less and less.
Yeah.
It's closer to tied than oriented in one way. Right now it's only 5 points off.
Yeah. And yours should be as close as it could possibly be because yours is modest.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be awesome in the late game and makes your early game a grind.
Which it is anyway because of its progressively worse stats until it evolves.
Yeah. I have used a Larvesta in a Nuzlocke. I was not able to get it all the way.
You weren't able to get it to a...
No.
Well, yeah, it's just so weak to rock types.
I got surprised by a Mind Shao that knew rocks.
Yep.
Oh, you have to be level 40.
Well, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just buy levels.
No.
Oh, I was reading about that. It's rolled out starting with people at level 40.
Yeah, it's going to get rolled out in phases.
Yeah. Which means that we have to be vigilant and keep an eye out on updates on that just to know when we can get access to it.
Yeah.
Before... Well, is there a time limit on it?
No.
No?
No.
We will always have access the first time we swap a Pokemon over?
That's how most home giveaways have been working.
Okay. Just to reiterate, we're talking about the Melmetal giveaway.
Yeah.
The Gigantamax Melmetal.
For moving something... Well, for me, I don't care about the Gigantamax. I just want a Melmetal.
To give you... if you're watching the VOD later on, today is when they started rolling out connectivity between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Home. And the reward for sending something over is to get a Melmetal capable of Gigantamax.
Which we've known...
We've known that Melmetal has had a Gigantamax forms at the beginning of the game. It exists in the data, but you can't get it. Even giving a Melmetal Max Soup, you can't give a Melmetal Max Soup.
Yeah. This is the first legitimate way to get it.
Yeah. So this is the only legitimate way to get it.
Why would they stop you from giving a Melmetal Max Soup?
Well, you see, Game Freak makes decisions, Rusty. I don't always agree with those decisions, but...
Are you going to be able to now that there is a legitimate one?
Nope, probably not.
You cannot. You can't even give this one Max Soup to toggle it.
Why would they spend so much effort programming such a thing?
We see sometimes Rusty Game Freak makes decisions that I don't agree.
Kick that mole!
Kick that mole!
Speed boost.
See, for me, I just want a Melmetal, period.
Yeah,
and I'm unwilling to catch 1,000 Meltans or whatever it is to do.
I think it took me a real-time week
Of
to
like
get a
focusing on it.
Yeah.
Melmetal. And that was during an event that you got double candy.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
And Nathan did it, and he's better for it. Probably actually not, but
I have a Melmetal.
and that's all that matters.
I'm like a Kajillion Meltan.
Is there a way to evolve Meltan into Melmetal outside of...
Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
There is not. Only way to evolve Meltan into Melmetal is give it candy and Pokemon.
Yeah.
400 Meltan candy.
Would you be willing to part with one of your Meltans someday?
Oh, I have plenty of Meltans.
Yeah.
It's getting a Melmetal is the long and the short of it, and that takes 2 weeks of effort in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want a Meltan, I'd be happy to give you.
Once this thing rolls out, I will have the Melmetal.
Yeah.
And then I will need the Meltan for my Pokedex.
No, I can send you a Meltan. I have about 30.
He does,
and it's not that difficult to get one.
Yeah, he does just kind of have a box full.
You get the Meltan box as soon as you transfer a Pokemon from Go to Let's Go.
Oh.
I
might have gotten that and then just ignored doing it.
Yeah. So it really is not that hard to get a Meltan. Just getting the Melmetal takes work. Like I said, I don't particularly enjoy playing Pokemon Go as it is, so.
I got a little bit more into it recently, but that's because the help desk guys in Tulsa played it. So.
I was thinking that I might start, after the weather gets warm again, I might start taking daily walks and jogs just to like be doing something and get healthy.
Yeah.
And then I might do Pokemon Go while I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But I am really out of shape, guys. Believe it or not, staying inside for a year-long pandemic
Does it do that to you?
is not a super healthy thing. When I'm used to having a summer to get back into shape real quick. And then I skip that, and I'm feeling it now.
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
I do know about Pokejobs. Tell me more about Pokejobs. Thank you.
Did you know about Pokejobs? I think that may actually be a way for you to get a Firestone out.
Oh, that's interesting then. I will look into that. I did not know enough about Pokejobs. It turns out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can technically get one as soon as you get to the wild area, because I think you can get them
From where?
the digging duo.
Ah.
I don't know where set Firestones. I could probably
Well,
look
there's always one on Eevee Island.
There's always a stone.
Well, there's one of each the first time you get to Eevee Island.
I think you mean the Lake of Outrage.
Oh, you made a mistake, dog.
fucked up.
This dog made an oops.
That dog did kind of fucked up, though.
My dog. Or like fucker punch. You get it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I saw it.
That was sure a thing you said to
You
me.
miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Ian.
I know, it's not actually how that
Oh,
works.
Pokemon listen up to level 40, so I'm actually good with Reboot probably for the rest of the game at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. This is about the time when...
As long as I don't just like focus it, we're probably fine.
I mean, probably fine.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Probably. You should go in and go.
Do I want to thrash this Growlithe? No.
No. No. No.
Your
Yeah.
arrogance. See, I almost swapped into Vulpix, and I was like, wait, that's actually going to help that Growlithe a lot.
Kick it. Punt the dog. I know it's not actually a dog.
It's a pup. It's a pupper. It's a doggo.
That pup?
I aced that pup. In the air.
No.
God,
No.
the face is bad.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah, it didn't get better.
They're just spread thin, just thin enough that, like, you forget about it. Oh.
There's not a fight there. Here, is there?
I don't know. There might be.
No, I think there's a major fight.
What I'm saying is I'm going to use that potion, walk 20 steps into a Pokemon Center, and be down a potion. Yep. Yep. You think we can run this gym in 15 minutes?
There's only one way to find out.
You have to go sleep first.
Oh, it's going to take time. You guys down to go a little bit over? Or should we...
Yeah, that's fine.
Stop. Okay.
You know, it just takes some time, a little bit. You gonna fight Marnie?
Yeah. I'm gonna wreck this rat.
Ah! First you fight the frog.
And then I fight the dog.
I don't think she has a dog.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. So you take a Krogunk, and you've got the frog.
Yeah.
Party member number 2, Growlithe Arcanine, you've got the dog.
Yeah.
Party member number 3, Trevenant, you've got the log.
Yeah.
Party member number 4, Pig Knight, you've got the Hog.
Yep.
Big guy's not in this game. But continue.
Party number 5 is Clink. You've got the Cog.
Hog. Then you then you get
No, Nathan, the Mambo number 5's that song.
Then you get Execute, and you've got the Nog. Then you get Execute, and you've got the Nog.
Then you've got Being with Rusty and Nathan, the Slog.
Yeah, we are. You're welcome.
Oh, that was a semi-effective beat up there.
As effective as it can be with 2 party members.
I really wanted to not miss the Will-O-Wisp there.
It's okay.
Because beat up only does 10 damage per, right?
It's not 10 damage. It varies between generations. Some generations, the mechanics is like based on the attack of the party member it draws from. And I forget how it works in modern generations, but I think it's just a multi-strike move based on how many party members you have. Like 10 base power or something.
I didn't know it was any different than 10 base power for each healthy party member.
Yeah, like I said, it's weird, and it varies pretty drastically between generations on the specific mechanics.
Really?
Certain moves are based on like the base attack of like each strike is based on the base attack of the Pokemon it draws from, like in your party. So individual strikes can actually vary pretty wildly in power. Though I think in later generations they tamp that down.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah, it's neat. And dark moves are always like, if something's gonna have weird like mechanics behind it, it's gonna be a dark move like that. But like I said, I think they've kind of muted that or tamped some of the esotericness of it down in later gens. I forget how it specifically works in this gen.
Man, there's not a way to look that up.
Aura Wheel is fighting, right?
No, it's electric or dark depending on whichever mode he's in.
So swapping into Litwick is very bad.
If he's in hangry mode, it's dark. If he's in his normal mode, it's electric.
I also don't know if it knows Aura Wheel yet.
I don't think it does.
It learns Aura Wheel very late by level up, but I don't know if her.
Okay.
I would be a little surprised.
But it learns it like in level like 70 or something like that.
Well, it's like 120 base power move.
Yeah, it's a viable move.
Okay. Gen 5 onward, instead of using each party member's attack stat, the user's attack alone is used to calculate the damage of each strike. Because of this, beat up is now affected by boosts like Sword Stance, attack boosting items like Choice Band, and furthermore, its base power per strike is no longer 10, but instead individually based on the attack base stat of the
That's right.
party
That's how it
Pokemon.
works. So basically, it's each strike has a different base power, and that base power is determined by the base attack of the party member it draws from. Base attack divided by 10 plus 5.
Yeah. Beat Up now receives Stab from Dark users. This no longer deals typeless damage. Beat Up no longer lists the user's name. Each strike will activate Justified or Weak Armor. A Focus Mana of 30 activates before the last strike is dealt. The following strike will cause the defending Pokemon to faint. A Focus Band can still activate repeatedly.
Those are the rules for all strike moves.
To prevent fainting, but each chance is independent. Each strike has an independent chance of activating Stench does not stack with Razor Finger King.
That almost feels like you could build around it to be good.
The only time it's ever really been used competitively is in beat-up Justified sets. But, I mean, I'm sure there are things that can make good use of it. It is notable because it is the only multi-strike move that can hit 6 times.
King's Rock, give it 6 chances to flinch.
Yeah. But I don't think anything really uses it because as your Pokemon faints, then it loses a strike. So it's not consistent when compared to other moves.
Yeah, the only time it would be good, like at its most powerful, is if you use it on whatever your lead is, and most people,
like I say, it got usage in the Terracotta, but that's kind of a niche, and like everybody can see that from team preview. So, if you're playing doubles, you should have a strategy for Terracotta, or have an answer to.
Yeah. We don't have a way to get repeat balls right now, do we?
Possibly not.
That is something that can be sold for watts.
Yeah, so maybe if we get lucky with a Watt Trader. Okay.
I think Hop does to beat Kabu.
Hops.
Hop is
a hop, a hip to the hippie to the hip, hip hop, and you don't stop to rock it to the bang bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm to the boogie the beat. Ow.
Yeah. That. So the move we know in the U.S. Splash. In Japan, the word can mean either splash or hop, depending on the context.
Yeah.
So you're not actually wrong in saying that hop is a thing that he could do in battle. I doubt it would lead to victory.
Certainly not with Z moves now being.
I was gonna say the only time Splash has ever been good is Z Splash,
and that it was really good.
3 attack boosts.
Yeah. Yeah, Z Splash was great.
I don't think anything really seriously used it, but it was a pretty funny meme set.
Gyarados did, didn't it?
I don't think it really. Anybody who was like seriously using Gyarados really used it. It's really like not worthless, but you're probably just better off Dragon Dance. I think Gyarados really needs the speed.
Gyarados does.
And really what Gyarados did is if it was going to use the Z spot, it used it for bounce.
Bounce. Yeah. I'm going to throw a couple thousand.
So I've talked about before, but I really like the way this gym is designed.
Yeah.
He's going to kick that rock.
He's just going to fucking punt it.
Yeet.
First one, he kicked it up. Second one, he just like soccer kicked it.
I think you mean bicycle kick.
I just meant like kick it in the goal.
Yeah.
I wasn't specifically talking about a bicycle kick. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Because according to the Pokédex, pushes up classes, can kick like 20 times a second or whatever bullshit they said in Gen 3. Oh, skin.
Busker! Busk.
What flash fired there?
the Growlithe, the Vulpix had Flash Fire. The Growlithe embered it to power it up, which doesn't matter because this is a wild freaking fight here.
No, I thought, okay, I thought the Growlithe used was the one that used Will-O-Wisp there. Not the Vulpix.
Vulpix used Will-O-Wisp. The Growlithe used Ember on the Vulpix
to boost Flash Fire.
Yeah,
That's what I was confused about, because I thought the Growlithe was the thing that.
Well,
Is he sniping from you? No.
He got real close though.
I thought he was sniping from you there.
Lusty, that's a great ball.
thanks.
You're a great ball.
You really mean it?
No. I think you're an ultra ball.
Oh, shucks. Well, I think you're a front ball.
I think you guys are brother balls.
That's not an official Pokeball, Rusty.
I think Rusty's a heavy ball.
Oof. Why?
Because you're weighing down the stream right now! Oof.
I can't get into my box right now
Nope.
because I'm in the gym.
Yep.
You are in the gym.
Do love popping my peas.
Yep.
Yep. One of my favorite things to do.
Well, that makes one of us.
You can't say you don't like to make the popping sound.
Yeah, but when I do it with tension. I go. Really? No, I don't have that. Yeah, up in there, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Really wish I hadn't said it, but yeah, I get it.
You chompies.
Boost.
Yeah, we need more of this kind of design in gyms, where you've got weird scenarios.
Yeah. No, you have to think laterally.
Yeah.
Okay, you can stop.
You do annoying shit the entire fucking stream. When I do it for 4 minutes.
I'm just giving you the option.
That wasn't... Nathan, I don't think that was given. That was an option giving.
I said you can stop.
He's giving you the option. Damn it.
Damn it, Bobby.
This chicken's going so fast.
And I like to imagine that while you're speed boosting, or while you're throwing balls, he's still speed boosting, so it's just vibrating.
He does.
Same thing. And when he gets sand attacked a lot, he's just like running into things. Oh shit, goddamn.
Boosting faster and faster. Just, God damn it, damn it, damn it.
If I remember, he's actually kind of hard to catch. Got a fairly low catch rate.
Yeah.
I think it's low. Never remember
You
how.
are getting your phrasing right.
I guess I'll try another Night Slash. See how it goes.
Don't crit.
So that's why I
Double
was
kick is up there.
starting to use balls. But
Yeah,
I've only
double kick
got
is up
3
there.
great balls.
Yeah. The other thing is, you killing it isn't the end of the world. You still get a point for that.
Yeah. There it is, though.
Yes, this is the easiest place to catch a Sizzlipede. A Sizzlipede is actually pretty hard to encounter. Midwig!
Let's give it the ace.
Spin to win. Spin to win.
Ah, hex.
Hex.
So I really need to just not send Vulpix out this fight. No!
Did he get the kill?
Yeah.
He did.
It could be helpful against his Centiscorch.
Sent to Scorch's flash fire.
Huh.
You don't happen to have a rock move, do you?
No.
You don't happen to have the rock tomb TM, do you? I'm pretty sure Combustion gets.
I think Combuskin does. I don't know if Rock Tomb is a TM.
I thought you got it in the cave.
I think you
when
get
you go
Rock
up.
Blast.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
I think I just lost the gym challenge.
Wow, Rusty.
Can you lose the gym challenge?
Yeah, you can. I think you have multiple tries at least at the Sizzlipede.
They respawn.
No, but I think if they... Okay. I think if another trainer gets a KO, I lose and have to restart.
It may be like a 3 strikes thing.
Yeah.
Oscar! You used a great ball.
That's
did.
great. Also, if you have a net ball,
I
send to
don't.
Scorch.
I
Okay.
have
Yeah.
all 3 other green style balls.
It's blue.
You're blue. Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Dabba-dee, dabba-dee. Let's see. Hey, you did it!
Proud of you.
I always knew you could do it.
Okay, so let's take a look. We got Combuskin, we got Reboot, we got Litwick. I'm not really worried. Vulpix is just straight up gonna boost everything he does. He actually probably benefits from it better than I do in most cases. Magby is starting to be a little bit underpowered. Larvesta is weak, and Vulpix boosts him. So I think We try to do it with these 3.
Yeah. Just think it
let me
out.
double check TMs and ours.
Yeah, just think it out loud here. Probably Combustion for Sense Sports because you max airstream.
Yeah.
Let me go look at. No, I was gonna look. Me neither.
Poison Jab doesn't really help us. Drill Run, nothing. I did get a Blaze Kick TR.
That's neat.
But I think both of the people that learn it
Can't yet.
get it.
Yeah.
Combustion gets it naturally for sure. Raboot, if it doesn't get it, gets a better move later.
He is going to start with Ninetales at level 25, Arcanon at level 25, and Sense Sports at level 27.
He's going to set up Sun anyway.
No, he's not. They don't have one of them
Yeah, he does not have any way to set up something.
Yeah, until
Until he G maxes.
Yeah.
No, because Senta Scorch, his fire move doesn't set up Sun.
Right.
G-Max Centiferno does residual damage.
And they can't Will-O-Wisp you so because of fire, so you don't have to worry about that. Honestly,
I want to lead with special though because he's planning on that Intimidate.
Yeah, the Intimidate will come second. Ninetales will be up first.
Okay.
Yeah. Ninetales can't really do anything to you because it's got fire spin.
And best move is Quicken.
Yeah. The Arcanine, though, does have Bite. And then Senta Scorch will have Max Bug and Max Fire. 2 minutes. But he should be pretty much a 2 KO with Airstream anyway. If that's how you decide to go about it.
With Airstream, that's going to be a fast chicken.
That'll be a fast chicken.
Used to have chicken.
Bark.
Bark, bark. Okay, I know Nathan has a problem with you guys walking out the same tunnel.
I don't even think I have a problem with it. I just think...
Yeah, and again, I really like it because it does signify different stadiums all around the world are set up differently. And I know I've brought this example up, but it's the example that I think of. And the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, where OU and Texas play their game every year. It has one tunnel that both teams come in and out of. That can cause
some butting of heads.
Okay with that. But again, you also do see it actually at the when they play other games there. You see it there too. They have the actual bowl game, the Cotton Bowl, that gets played there. Yeah. Actually, I think the Cotton Bowl actually gets played in Dallas Stadium now, but
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, and that's going to be his best move is quick attack, and it's not particularly good.
Oh, come on.
Now he has fire moves.
Yeah, that is the one thing to think.
Yep. Man, I really just hecked myself there, didn't I?
Not often you see a reboot burned.
Yeah.
Chompies. Now you can't swap out.
Yep.
I swooshed myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself. That's more common than you might think if you have Protean.
Come on!
I am not playing right now. I want to
make sure that everybody understands.
Make the comment.
Come on, bust it!
This might be really bad. I went from very confident to not.
Double kick's your best move here.
Unless I crit.
That's really like copies like God kind of pose.
So he is in what everyone will describe as what everyone that was an athlete in high school knows what I'm talking about when I say he is in your athlete stance.
Oh, like I thought it was in your like coach who is also a science teacher stance.
Well, he is, but every time, everybody that was in a high school sport, junior high school sport, they know what I mean. Legs shoulder width apart, knees bent, kind of hunched over. That he's actually about in a linebacker stance, and that's where you get a lot of. They'll have you do a lot of like exercises and stuff. Is out of that stance.
Yeah.
Somebody got triggered. What I said, athlete stance.
Yeah.
I did want to swap there. And I don't know why the button that I pressed made me not swap.
I wonder if it was stick drift.
I don't know how Stick Drift would have done that one.
Yeah.
I would go probably into Bagby here. And just throw out some cross chops. Baby!
Yeah, cross chop is not very accurate. You do also have the option of clear smogging if you want to slow him. Not anymore. He's going to take you out.
Yeah.
Well, I said go into Bagby, just one, get some damage off, but
yeah, that also gets you a free switch.
Yeah. So you can go back into Combustion now if you think you can.
I want to keep Combustion healthy to G-Max Airstream.
Yeah. You're going to be outsped here, and Bite is super effective. That's going to be what I was trying to get. But yeah.
We'll see. Oh, come on! This may be the unluckiest fight I have ever personally been in. Coupled with my very, very bad play initially, this is rough.
Things aren't going incredibly well. You did better against the water gym.
I did way better against the water gym.
Got that crit.
He has gotten so many relevant crits, and I have missed so many relevant times.
You did also get the low roll on Thrash. Not that really mattered. And by that, I mean, you got the 2 instead of the...
Yeah.
And now I think Vulpix can take it.
Do I want to set up Sun, though?
I don't think it matters, truly. Because
Because I quick attack here.
Yeah, you quick attack here. He doesn't get the Sun boost until he goes into Gigantamax, and you double your health to take whatever fire move it's going to be. And Combustion's not the weakest mon ever, and you still OHKO with your, or not OHKO, but you still probably
two hit with Airstream.
Yeah, 2-hit with Airstream, and you're going to be faster the second time because you're getting an Airstream, speed boost, and you're getting speed boost. So,
yeah. I'm still going to pull this out.
Yeah.
But
there would have to be some, frankly, weird bullshit that happens here.
Listen, man, this fight's got me considering all kinds of things.
Rusty, as someone who has dealt with this before, take a breath. You're fine.
No, I'm good. I'm not like getting ready to lose my shit or anything. I'm just.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just making the joke. You're fine. I will get you through this. I have been where you are.
You also going first here.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Santa Scorch is especially fast.
It's
but it has Swift Sun.
Yep.
It gets spent.
That's the name of the ability that boosts your speed in the sun. Swift Sun.
Is there an ability that boosts your speed in the sun? I don't think there is.
Yes, there is.
Oh, what
there is? Well, Rusty, it's called chlorophyll.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And it tends to be on grass types.
Yeah,
yes.
You're not wrong.
Well, I'm like, I know there's one. But I was thinking, like, what are the fire?
Every weather has a ability that boosts speed.
Do you know what the worst name is? Ooh.
I'm not gonna two-shot it.
Doesn't look like it.
And I didn't outspeed it on the second one. Jeez.
Didn't outspeed it on the second.
Yeah, this is turn 1.
Yeah. You
do outspeed here.
Yeah, you outspeed here.
Yeah.
And you should still be fine.
Unless it crits or something. Oh, I got it.
Yeah. You got
I crit.
Yeah. You were worried.
I was. Did you see how bad that fight went? Were you paying attention at all? That went so bad.
There was room for improvement.
That went so bad.
There was definitely room for improvement.
I almost want to reset and just do it better.
Nah, you're good.
It's okay.
You're fine. You won.
Yeah.
You're good.
A W is a W. Does anybody else have the headcanon that he's Flannery's dad?
I didn't even know you said that. Because does it say he comes from another region?
Yes, on
The
his
next
card
card
specifically says he comes from Hoenn.
Oh my god. He's Flannery's dad.
So in the Hoenn games, she has just taken over as gym leader. In the anime, you meet her grandfather.
Fire uniform.
Yeah, we're absolutely swapping into that. I do want to get out to the wild area before we end stream so that I don't I want to just get through all those cutscenes real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll end stream. That'll be it. Tomorrow,
Yes.
if you want to see more Pokemon Shield,
Yeah.
you can. But it won't be this. It'll be a different thing.
Ian, what kind of thing will it be?
Oh, it's eggs.
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 Like eggs.
Yep. Yeah. It's my egg extravaganza.
Yep.
Nathan gave Ian 3 eggs, and I also gave Ian 3 eggs. And Ian sat upon them and gave them love until they hatched into 6 beautiful Mons.
Yep.
And so the only thing that Nathan and Rusty knew were final type.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were giving. We didn't know what each other were giving Ian.
Yeah. The only thing they knew were final typings to make sure there wasn't overlap on final types. And no, it's really fun. We're gonna see that tomorrow. Yeah.
After that,
and then
Thursday, I'm thinking we might try to do more raids. We have fun with those, but it'll be something.
Yeah.
Whatever we do, it'll be
done.
something on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Friday, we're going to continue my Mono Shield run. Or not my Mono Shield. What am I doing? My Storm Silver run, which is a hack by Dre.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Beats by Dre, but not anything like either of those.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We're getting close to the end of it. Sunday is something. We're
not sure.
Restructuring what we're doing, figuring out how we're going. Later in the week, we'll probably know more. But it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It really bugs me that I can't turn around and watch them fighting right there.
It would be cool to see NPC battles like that.
If nothing else, like, you could go up to them and spectate.
Yeah.
Like, that would be kind of... But, whatever.
Even not spectate, even just like see them standing there in the world, and if you go up and talk, they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fighting."
Like
even
they did
that would have been better
games.
than the nothing that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they did in previous games where it's just like they have 2 Poochienas just jumping at each other there.
Yeah. That's gonna do it for us for tonight. We will see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.